Let's do this again. Uh, I spoke to my prosecutor friend. He called the FBI. They said that they know what's going on. Um, and if the police don't want to handle it, they will come down and take care of it. That it was another agency that shipped me. They could not confirm or deny who did it. Um, it's illegal to neurochip someone. They do use it in medical fields for paralyzed patients to use computers and laptops. It is wide open. People drive by, and you can hear my thoughts from their cars driving by. It's wide open. It's wide open. Um, Now took my client today to Walgreens uh, on Wales Road in Maslin at 12:24 and check out. Now, some women come in the back where he's getting ready to get an injection. They're laughing, they're older women. Her family really did speak highly of her. They did. They told me that 19, that my whole family spoke highly of me. They better almost died to save them. Um, all right, June 23rd, I'm buying paint in Walmart, 62 by the paint aisle. Two investigators following me around. Um, I also buy paint right before and after. They have tape and audio through the whole store. What are these people talking about? We interviewed her whole family a long time ago. And then women by the paint aisle. Oh my goodness, the boys had a drugger. Make her say that stuff. Nobody mentions those tapes again. All right. Now getting back today at Walgreens. Today is 12/22/21, 12/24. I check out before that. Those ladies say that. And then there's a young couple in there. Um, they said, I'm so upset. I can't even think when people say stuff to me. And I won't even acknowledge them. I'm so mad I can't even see straight. The one guy said, well, I always knew that they made everything up. Okay. He said, I thought they were done with her. That's why I gave up watching her. Well, I told you what they were doing to her. I seen her the other day. Okay. My voice started stuttering. 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 They sat back and let those people drug me, neurochip me, beat, rape, torture me, put it on the internet. Saw the login to a real case that started September 27th, 18. Knew I was innocent. Didn't care. Didn't give a damn. Instead of saying, Karen, you're out of here. These people are crazy. They left me in hell. They tape an audio in that store. You can get them. I'm looking at Candy. Okay? And she's like, these people need to go to jail for this. He said, I know that. Now, I was at the Hunger Task Force twice in this last month. It should be December 9th. With my client, there's a bald man that they tape an audio in there, used to watch me at the first case. I'd seen him several times. I don't know who he is. Came out and said it makes my stomach turn. Okay? To see her in a place like this. He said we always knew those tapes before were them and not her. He said that's why we didn't say anything to her. My thoughts started shaking. People knew where I didn't. No, they had taped me unaware and photoshopped me and were drugging me where I thought I had bruises from moving wood. They were drugging me, including Dave and the church people. I got 2 witnesses on my phone of the church people. And then I got a list of people otherwise that have even came forward that they knew that Dave drugged me and the church people. You can even go to Mercy Medical this last month. I had my client in there and the nurses were laughing that they knew they drugged me before. Keep an eye out. They sold a look. Now, there is real cases. State and federal started September 27th, 18. Somebody needs to help me. The chip does need to come out. And if the police don't want to help me, then they do need to call the FBI. They said they told the prosecutor. They know what's going on down here. But if they have to ask them to step in, and they'll take care of it. See, there's real investigations, and the Massillon police will say she's innocent of everything. Okay? All family interviewed. Never hurt anybody. Almost died to save everybody. They're still screaming, driving up and down the road. My client said something today about he's tired of those people driving by screaming. I'm tired of Judge Pete and his family and that rogue officers up there harassing me day and night, and then having idiot people that they send. Now, no one's questioned me about anything dirty. No one. I want you to think of that. No one questioned me. Nobody showed up. They said in the dark the other night, Chris, did somebody actually... No one actually talked to her? No, he's true ceremony. There's no such thing. It's spy flick movie stuff that's lethal and outlawed. You say yes to everything. They amnesia drug me. They brag in Walmart. Told you, even around that June 23rd. Oh my goodness, the boys had a drugger to make her say that stuff. There'll be a middle-aged man with black hair, either Massillon Walmart Optical Center or Walmart 62. Sits down next to me. It's me and my men. They question you and I. That's why you have bruises. And I walked off like, who the hell are you? Admitting he was part of a drugging and kidnapping. You can't enter a coarse confession. You can't break in somebody's house and stab them with a needle and tell them to say something stupid. And then to find out Dave was drugging me before my ex-husband and the church people. And I have 2 witnesses in my phone. 1295 Fairlawn Middle apartment. Little white lady screamed at him before me. 25th apartment building for me. And second one close to the fence. They moved out, but their family's still there. They testified for me. First they made fun of me on December 9th. The car and Chip got it. It's funny, she figured out Dave did it, drugged her first. And then the guy with the badge showed up. Yes, they did drug her first, and they yelled it across the parking lot. Yeah, they'd already talked to a guy with a badge in August, right after August 9th. None of this is funny. March 2nd to the 3rd. Usually a Stark County Sheriff, listens. They were talking about it at Faith Family Church. Are you interested in working Karen around the house? He said, what is that? One of us have to listen to her or watch her every day. So March 2nd or 3rd, you'll actually hear him. Don't worry about her. It's not her, it's them. They put 2 clips together and put her in a board where simple wiping off water with clothes on. They act like it was a shower scene they photoshopped. I haven't seen it. I don't want to ever. They had no right in my home. And then they lie, oh, we had a court order. Do you know I went on Portage County Courthouse? There's no records of anything. They can't write it. Like the Louisville officer said. They could never say anything to you in your life. For those girls, for her mother bragging Memorial Day weekend 2019 food counter, a white woman. First my daughter husband Daisy met her in Ravenna when she had a stomach spouts. For my daughter they did all this for. And our family down here watching her doing this. And for who's Karen's rich boyfriend but the state of Ohio who protects it. Michelle's mother, Judge Pete's wife. Auntie Shell. He was dating a Lauren, a big boob girl, and a dark-haired girl, and they were all bragging they were sleeping with him. And bragging they were going to steal everything I had in life. Extortion ring. They would have had to excuse themselves from everything. And they could not ever legally say anything to me. You can't set up cameras in someone's home, not be police and hire, significant investigation like drugs, murder, espionage, something really bad. It has to be no bedrooms, no bathrooms, no nudes, and no conflict of interest. What's wrong with this? Everything. It's them. November or December 9th, I come home from taking Paul at that hunger task force. The maintenance man at his apartment building, he was on the phone. What? I said, those tapes before were them, not her. Wow. What's going on? It's a group of men doing as many crimes as they can to see if someone will actually stop them. And they are laughing. They mock the FBI. And in men's clothing. Too many crazy people are coming at her. And it's too much for the FBI. They had to leave. They're calling them panty waist. Daring them. You know what's sad? My brother-in-law died for him. My family member died for him. Moving paperwork between the building got crushed underneath a gravel truck. He was a private consultant for the FBI. Unrestricted war weapons, worked under Dick Cheney. They said he was CIA, the way he described himself, and also worked for the FBI. He traveled the world, and he was a genius. He designed war weapons, spy satellites, and spyware, and traveled the world. He was a computer programmer and electrical engineer. He was amazing, brilliant man, and I wish he was alive. My God. My God. They said the idiot that went to Pamer is behind a lot of this. He looks just like George Timothy. He has black hair, dark eyes, black glasses, white, late 30s, early 40s. I'd say he's sitting down 5'9", 165. Oh my God, I had an FBI agent in my office. He's right there. He showed up later after I was chipped. Yeah, right. We don't have a right to chip you. All U.S. Supreme Court 18-10134. It's a 20-year sentence. They tried to want to go back. If I would have remembered to tell Will he was there, and he told on me, he wouldn't ask me to stay quiet. Because there was no need to, because Pamer got in Dave's face in front of 75 to 100 people. We got in a big fight in the truck. You called the FBI. I'm like, what do you expect me to do? And I forgot to tell Will when I was crying so hard, finding out the man I loved with all my heart, that he had been trying to kill me. And the random attempts of my life were him. Were him. The whole time. Were him. Where I loved him, he just wanted everything. That one lady I was talking to that seen attempted kidnapping, she's like, Karen, he's been trying to kill you for a year. And these people think it's funny for them to drug me and to say stuff to me. And for that occult, some guy had yelled out in the middle of the night, we knew she was a victim of that occult drugging her and trying to murder her. And now they're trying to get money out of me, try to get me in trouble. For what? Photoshops? For what? Them illegal surveillance that they photoshopped and they photoshopped to people? For them stabbing me with needles and amnesia drugs? Yeah, that's rich. When I never talk to anybody. Real investigation, somebody accuses you of something, they come out and talk to you. See if there's a probable cause, then they do it, and they go around getting your witnesses, then they give it to the prosecutor. The prosecutor turns it in, see if they're going to take it to trial, and then it goes to trial. That's it. They don't run around with a hate crime, calling you names in front of people, chipping you, drugging you, beat, rape, torturing you when you try to help somebody that said her husband got killed on a shooting night. And the real police investigation, Dave got caught outside of the house, and the house caught his voice with the shooter. And they raped and tortured me. And I even told him where to find it and who knew who he was, where he claimed he was an angel. This is sick on satanic levels, and someone needs to step in. None of this is funny. My neighbors are... Would somebody, please, if you don't want to do your job, call somebody else too. Otherwise, you can kill people, right? You can break in their house. and stab them with needles, tell them to say something stupid, and they just have a little bruise on them, right? And they don't know. And then you told them, well, we drugged you and told you to say something stupid. You don't know what's on that tape. But we get money on it, right? We can have you almost shot in the head. We can have stalkers come at you. We can, if you try to get help, we can have you raped and tortured, right? And then we can put all that on the internet, right? We can abduct you, stab you in the neck, and then put a cell phone in your head, right? Or is this insanity on so many levels? It's like a sci-fi movie. I had a boring life. I love my husband, love my grandkids, my kids. Whole life was that. Loved it. Loved it. It was my heart and soul. And I almost died to save them. Almost died to save them. I miss more. I miss more. These people are idiots on levels. Like there's nothing but air between their heads. Would they want it done to them? Would they want it done to them? You can get the login from Faith Family Church. The ushers, a lot of them have it. You could find out who raped me. That one young usher had black hair, yelled at that agent when he threatened to arrest me in front of 1,000 people, and he told him what he did was considered rape, to leave her alone. Let's see, they told Dr. Alan Atina's March 13, 21 at 2:53 p.m. that some damn bastard neurotyped me. He said he already knew. Where do we want to go with this? I already have a CT of it. You can see they cut the wires a crack. Where do you want to go with this? Mercy Medical, I got a CT scan of it. Would die, it hurt like hell. I got a big dent in the back of my skull. I woke up with hair missing. A big dent in my skull. They show up. It happened 12/21/18. Stabbed in the neck of the refrigerator, out for 6 hours. They show, I didn't know what happened. I woke up, Dave's accusing me of having an affair, and I have no idea what happened. They show up at Walmart, buy the TVs, tape, and audio throughout the whole store, a whole bunch of them with cell phones. We implant a neurochip. We all can read your thought. I thought, you're crazy. I don't know why my head hurts. I don't know why I have a dent, but that's crazy. But no, it's wide open. You don't believe me? Come down here. You don't believe me? Come down here. Talk to my witnesses. Like other people, we've talked to all our witnesses. None of this is funny. Actually, do your job. Because there's real witnesses, real doctors, real everything, and real logins, and real cases. In both cases, I'm innocent and found innocent, state and federal. And yeah, my whole family was interviewed. They had told me in 19 that they spoke very highly of me. They mentioned it again by June 23rd that we interviewed her whole family, and she never heard anyone. We did a long time ago, 18, just to cover all bases. Yeah, formally. You want to play? They caught Melissa's kids lying. The real police and hire, Thanksgiving of 18, that they were making everything up. And now, is any of this funny? And then they were bragging March 2nd and 3rd, where they had their illegal tapes, that they were altering them. And they were going to put me in a porn, and I heard about that porn. And then they turn around, and November 29th at FedEx, nobody even thought anything of her wiping water with clothes on. They told the nurse at Mercy Medical on March 13th, because I went there, I was mistreated. You know what they said? The only thing they had you on was adjusting yourself. And the guy's like, that's sick. She said, no, it's funny. Write it in town, April 1st to May 10th. There's a lady in the side aisle with her phone. You didn't expose yourself. You're good. Simple wiping off water with clothes on. Not a big deal. Nobody thought about it. Like the guy said, Jen did actually more than a towel. She came out with a towel around her head and a short towel on, and she did more than that. Some guy was laughing outside. I know Jen did more than that. Or Jen did the same thing with a towel. Actually, she did more. She had her legs even apart and pulled her underwear out. People adjust themselves all the time. It's stupid. But when they put it the shower scene, and that's what they're talking, I hope they didn't. But they said they did. That's why it has to be police and hire. No conflict of interest. Significant investigation. There was no investigation until I called the FBI. Nothing. It was Judge Pete, and for his baby girl, they did all this for. All this for. It's real fucking funny, isn't it? It's sick. Extremely sick. On St.